Hello friends, welcome to my channel Talking and Playing Games. I am eating cookies, and this is Peasant Dynasty with Countess Walpurga of Württemberg. You're watching the 10th episode of this YouTube channel, and I'm really excited. I started this thing on a lark, not thinking anybody would actually watch it, and some people do seem to be, so kudos me and kudos y'all too for following along. I promise I will get better at basically everything eventually. As a reminder, I play with a bunch of mods. They're listed down in the description. I also play with a few rules that I always set. One is that I invert the gender. I also make everything just a little more gay. If you are enjoying what you're watching, you can go ahead and like and subscribe. That way you get a notification whenever a new episode comes out. Although I can tell you it's pretty much always Friday afternoon. Last time we left off with Countess Walpurga meeting her husband, Count Otto, who's twice her age. He seems like an okay guy, I guess. They don't know each other well, but the prestige was good, as I recall. He is poor, but we'll forgive him. We're also in the middle of a big civil war happening in the Holy Roman Empire. Basically, a bunch of dukes and duchesses, including my own liege, Duchess Beatrix, are trying to get independence from the Holy Roman Empire, and they might win it. They are currently winning, so that is ongoing. I am not getting involved. Walpurga is a very different character from her mother, who was brash and arrogant and ambitious. Walpurga is a bit more, I wouldn't say timid. She's humble, she's impatient, she's greedy, but she's also incredibly diplomatic. She also never had the unfortunate experience of actually being a peasant. So that changes her kind of approach to life. I imagine Walpurga saw her mother as kind of gauche, kind of embarrassing, because let's be fair, Dorothy was embarrassing. And Walpurga wants to bring a more refined nobility to the county of Württemberg. So that is what her legacy will hopefully be. Assuming she doesn't get torn apart by the wild bear that is apparently eating all the nobility. I wanted to check up on a couple things. One, Walpurga's father, Lifris, the lovesick fool. That's a joke. If you watch the earlier episodes, you will see that Lifris never quite got along with Dorothy. It was kind of a joke. And he seems to be doing okay. He's infirm, so his health's not great, but he's feeling fine, so he's sticking with it. Somebody might be trying to kill him. He did receive a plush and exotic carpet, so that's good to know. Does he have rivals? He does not have rivals, at least not that I know of. Okay then. I also wanted to check on, if you recall, back during Dorothy's reign, there was a siege on Württemberg, and when the besiegers left, they ditched their little baby, and just kind of left her here. And now she's mine, and by mine I mean Dorothy's, and since Dorothy's dead, she's now Walpurga's. She is actually the daughter of a countess. She's not the heir. I believe she's the third daughter? Okay, second daughter. So not the primary heir. But they haven't come back for her, is the thing. So she's still here, hanging out in my court. I think Walpurga's going to take her on as a ward and turn her Swabian, because that's what happens when you leave your baby in Swabia. They become Swabian. There we go. She's now my ward. Okay, so we have her set. I also wanted to check on her sister, Joan, who's also her bestie, which makes things a bit more difficult. I didn't think that you could go to war with your best friend, but you can. You can. It just kind of makes you a jerk. And while some characters would do that, I think Walpurga does not seem to be one of them, to my mind. That's just not how Walpurga does things. She truly likes Joan. They're best friends. They're sisters. They are the closest that could be, even though Joan really just has unfortunate hair, the mermaid hair with the amount of it's not great. It's not great. Can't say I'm a fan. But I can't. Can I change it at this point? No, I can't. Fine. Anyway, looking at her sister, I noticed something. You will recall Dorothy started out with Wertenberg and Baden. When she died, Wertenberg and a couple of her conquered counties, Zollern and Hohenberg, went to the primary heir, and then the secondary heir, Countess Joan, got Nordlingen, which was another conquered county, and, well, she did get Baden, but you will notice, Joan does not have Baden. So what happened to Baden? What happened? Oh, that's the wrong one. What happened is that Duchess Beatrix revoked it. That hussy. They didn't even tell me. It was over a year ago and nothing, like, no notice or anything. So not a fan of Duchess Beatrix, this little 12-year-old. She is, my opinion of her is abysmal. Understandably so. She revoked not only my close family member's title, but my bestie's title. And she is a tyrant, apparently. She is a very tyrannical... She's Joffrey. She's a girl Joffrey, is what I'm saying. I'm sorry. It's like the deviant's not on there because she's only 12, but it's going to come along eventually. She's Joffrey. Sorry, Beatrix. Call it like I see it. So that kind of annoys me. Kind of annoys Walpurga because, like, she's not ambitious, but it's her sister, you know? And it's just kind of the principle of the thing. Baden was theirs. With my marriage to Count Otto, the realm expects us to throw a suitably extravagant wedding celebration. It is well within my right to collect a royal aid duty as part of this, but some may consider it tasteless to levy an extra tax during a time of jubilation. Okay, so I can say, of course I will collect it. Who pays for their own wedding? Or I can say, I'll let my subjects enjoy the festivities without worry or care and earn a bunch of prestige. Walpurga is greedy, so yes, who pays for their own wedding, indeed. Anyway, what I'm saying is, Countess Walpurga isn't going to do anything now, but Duchess Beatrix should watch her back. Right now, my primary concern, as usual when I just get a character married... Oh, George can get married. George. Now, as I recall, George is my father's kid that Dorothy just kind of gave Liferis to do with whatever he wanted. And so he's turned him into a nerd. Content, arrogant, calm, and bookish. But not really bookish, kind of not a really accomplished nerd, kind of a dim nerd. So, you know, he could be better. And at this point, we have two alliances. We have an alliance with Sophie, who is my mother's best friend. And we have an alliance with Countess Joan, my bestie. Can we get another alliance? There's Count Ruprecht, who was my mother's friend. They met in the bathhouse and had a great time. I had to learn very quickly how to do blur, and I had made the mistake of moving the window around where, you know, she was exposed, and that made it even more difficult because then the blur had to... What I'm saying is I learned a lot. It was an experience. I turned the nudity off for the future. I'm sorry. Count Ruprecht the Craven. And he's got a county. So I'm thinking of what allies should be useful. Allies that are useful are allies that are close and allies that are powerful. Because I'm using the obfusCKate mod, which hides a lot of the information to help with role-playing, I can't see the army size, but I can see how many counties people have, and that gives me kind of an idea as to what the size of their military might be because it scales. So this guy has 3 counties. And I guess this is ordered by rank. Okay. Because rank would get you, like, there's no... Oh, this is a duchess. Oh, she only has 1 county, though. Not a lowborn. Not a lowborn. No. No, 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 no. Only people of quality. Oh, that's... Okay. So I think this guy is promising, because his counties are here. He has 3 of them. He's in his 70s, but that means that George probably wouldn't have to be married to him for long. So that's a good thing. He has a rival, which is never a good sign, but then the game gives you rivals for really stupid reasons. He's Catholic, Laringian. I could go with good old Ruprecht, who has seen my mother in the nude. He's also, like, he's in his 60s, but he only has 1 county, so maybe not as useful in alliance. Why do I know her face? Oh, she's my sister-in-law. Who's she married to? Oh, she's married to Wilhelm. Okay, well, good for her. In that case, would it be weird if I married, like, one brother's married to his daughter, but then I marry my other brother to him? Would that be weird? I feel like that would be weird. That would be a weird vibe in that house. And we really want to avoid social awkwardness. There's this woman, Countess Henrique. She only has 1 county. Do I have anybody who has more than 1 county? Beyond the guy up top. Is that just all? Oh, that's a barony. That's not even worth it. Those are mayors. So I'm torn between Count Fulmar of Metz and Ruprecht. Pros of Fulmar is that he is a scholar, so, you know, he and George have some stuff in common. They like books. He is old, so George will be free soon. I married him to an old man, but at least it's temporary. And he has 3 counties, which is a pretty good military alliance. The pros of Ruprecht is that you're maintaining a relationship with this guy who is friends with my mother. It would be funny, frankly, to marry my brother to him. And while I love doing things for the humor, I'm trying to roleplay. So I think Walpurga would try to match her brother with somebody who is similarly bookish, just to be nice to him. Like, if you're forcing your brother to marry a 70-year-old guy, might as well try to find a decent 70-year-old guy, you know? So here, George, you're gonna marry Count Fulmar III, who is so bookish, people call him the scholar. Accept it. Accept it. You're gonna accept it. There we go. And there he is. Oh, look at that. He looks nice. He looks nice. Look, he's not sadistic or anything. That's Awesome. I hate it when it turns out they're sadistic. He is greedy. No shame there. He's honest and craven. That's all right. He is a theologian, whole of body. Oh, he might live a while. Oh no, his health is ailing because he had bad reaction to food. Okay. So yeah, who's his heir? Fulmar von Metz. Okay. So, and George might be returned home, quite soon, depending on how long that guy hangs in there. Anyway, I was gonna check out Otto, my husband, because one of the priorities once you get a husband is of course to have babies. That way you have an heir, hopefully an heir and a spare. I also want to start getting information on my liege because she wronged me, and while Walpurga is not vengeful, I think Walpurga is like, she's diplomatic. She understands that knowledge is power, right? So she would be the type to maybe say to her spy master, hey, go check out Ulm and see what's happening in Duchess Beatrix's court. So she would do that. Oh, the obfusCKate mod has done more stuff. Oh. So it's not showing me their skill level. It's just kind of giving me an idea as to the effects they have. Huh. That's interesting. Currently have my Marshal in Hohenberg. She's been there forever. She has 29 years left because Hohenberg just ain't going anywhere. I'm gonna have her train commanders because I like having them train commanders. So Walpurga's gonna start developing, which is something Dorothy never paid attention to, because that wasn't Dorothy's style. Walpurga is much more interested in the stewardship aspect of things. So she is going to start developing her realm and trying to make it a bit more refined is again the word I keep running into. So there's that. I also want to send an emissary, and then I'm going to spy on her. Oh, this would give me a lot of stress, though. So maybe just spy on her? Oh, it's very likely. Look at that. Okay. Yeah, do that. Find out the dirt on Duchess Beatrix. Okay. And then let's get some developments going in my... Let's start with my capital. What have they done thus far? I have hamlets. And then I have just a level 1 castle. And I'm not at the point of the game where I'm making money consistently enough to upgrade that really easily. I could... So I can pretty much get a first level building here. Walls and towers. Like, it makes it harder for a siege to succeed. There's this, which just kind of increases the taxes you get. We don't get many raids. Or is that... Oh, that's our hostile rate. We don't raid. Barracks. Oh. So if you recall, my acclaimed knight, which is at Glory 0 at the moment, has a boost to skirmishers. So I'm trying to build up my skirmishers. So this might be useful. Oh, I do like the army movement speed. You know, that's my jam. It makes it easier to run away. And then this one just has stationed men-at-arms damage. Wish I had duchy level buildings. I wish Dorothy had taken the duchy. We're gonna do militia camps. This I'm leaving to the mayor. I could go in here and spend money on my own, but it would, like, it's not really, it's better if she just does it. So I have that going. It's going to take a bit. They're finishing the high tents, so that's the start. I do want to eventually get something that might help with control here in Hohenberg, because that's kind of where a lot of the difficulties with control are. Don't know if any of these buildings would help with that. I don't think they will. Yeah, none of these help with control. What about yeah, no, nothing. Oh, okay, so if I upgrade the entire, well, no. It's the opposite. Okay. I need a duchy. I need the Duchy of Swabia. Also, Walpurga's really stressed out. Like, look at that. And she doesn't have a coping trait yet, which means it's up in the air as to what she'll get. I do need to, I keep getting distracted. I do want to seduce my husband just to... It's very unlikely he would be my lover. No, we're gonna sway him. We're gonna win him over. Bunch of army stuff going on around here. Looks really unfortunate for them. Oh wow, my lieges. Yeah, they're winning. They're spanking them. What have they got? They're occupying several cities. Okay. I don't have anybody. Okay, well. Oh, this is new. Rumors spreading about Petra Druga. I don't know her. That's all the way in East Europe. Oh no! Duchess Beatrix has been complaining that someone is spying on her. Aw, Beatrix. It's all in your mind. While it's not known yet that I'm the responsible one, her suspicion may lead her to become more vigilant, which will make it a lot more difficult to bring my plans to fruition. Okay, so the scheme loses progress and is temporarily halted for 3 months. Everyone becomes more vigilant, and Beatrix caught someone spying. Really unfortunate. Fortunately, I'm not on a deadline on that, so, you know, of course, I guess Walpurga is impatient. Hema. Hi, Hema. Countess Sophie. Hi, Sophie. And then her husband, my brother, Popo. Good old Popo. Can I invite anybody? There's Clementia. would be nice to get the spy master, but that does not look likely. And this random courtier whose scheme power is average. So's hers. So this... I'd have to bribe her. Yeah. It might be worthwhile to hold off on getting more agents until I get information from my spy master about Beatrix's court and see if I can use any of those to blackmail people into spying on Beatrix. That way I don't have to stress Walpurga out by spending money, because that's apparently the worst thing for her. Oh, they're just dropping everybody. Oh, everybody's gone. Well, in that case, we're just gonna abandon this. Oh, I can't start another spy for 3 years. Yeah, that's fine. Again, not on deadline. I do know about Hildegard von Epstein's non-believer secret. She is only a guest of Duchess Beatrix, so I don't know that that's too important. I need somebody closer to her. Once I get enough money, I was thinking of throwing a feast for the diplomacy to kind of establish Walpurga as a ruler in the middle of the Holy Roman Empire, and maybe distract people from this awful and really boring war going on around. Oh, my sister-in-law, the Chaste one, has given birth to a daughter. Good job, Garb. Finally got it together. Good job, Job. Not a complete failboat. Look, she looks fine. She looks fine. What should we name her? Adelheid? Bridget's fine. I have strong feelings about names. Okay, Bridget. See, and this is why I like having my marshal on train commanders, because it just kind of improves the people you already have. Also, what the... She really don't like me. Oh, yeah. Because she preferred my sister as the heir. She's really good at what she does, though. Okay. Oh. Sophie died. Was slain in battle. Well, that's sad. She was gay. It's extra sad. Pour one out for Sophie. Oh, she was a sinner. Also distinguished. She leaves behind a daughter who is now the Countess of Sundgau. And my brother Popo is her regent. Okay. Long live the Countess. It doesn't stress me out. That was my mom's friend, not mine. Right. Good. Good, good, good. I hate the coping strategies. They're always... Oh, I can potentially negotiate an alliance with my niece. I would be ignored. Excuse me, baby? Excuse me, baby. Excuse me. Why would I gain stress? I'm not sending any money. I'm just sending an emissary. Gonna send me into a mental break. Didn't even spend money. It's not fair. Have they accepted the emissary? Come on, I want to get this alliance. It's not even on an option now. Yeah, no, continue to find secrets. She's already considering, oh yeah, I forgot this baby needs, oh. Okay, there we go, there we go. Baby thought about it, baby decided. Yeah, she can give me some information, so now I know more about her court. Very nice. It's a nice court. Okay. Now, maybe an alliance? Now she'll accept. Thank you, baby. Thank you. You're very gracious, baby. Gonna call her baby forever. Mental break. Guilt and shame have been plaguing me as of late. All of my sins, my flaws, and my failings. These dark thoughts distract me from my responsibilities and keep me awake at night. I feel like I must do something to put an end to this mental anguish, but what could possibly help? Yeah, so I have the option of either becoming a flagellant or becoming a drunkard or resisting and just kind of doubling down, which if you do too often eventually leads to a heart attack, so don't recommend. Flagellants, okay, it's very Catholic. Get a health penalty and a prowess penalty, but Walpurga's not really big on prowess. And she can wound herself, but typically that heals up. Problem with drunkard is that the effects are actually pretty, like, you also get a prowess hit, but you also have a negative for your travel safety and for your stewardship. That's not great. Like, she's only 18. Is that really, like, do you really want to turn into a drunkard at 18? It's a little young. Gotta wait until you're at least in your 40s, I think. Yeah, let's do flagellant. There we go. Now I'm no longer, oh, my dear aunt. Oh, she wrote me a letter. She wrote me a letter. That's so sweet. Thank you, baby. Marvelous news. Fantastic. Always love that, baby. So, okay, so look, we're liking each other. We're liking each other. Our opinion of each other is good. My opinion of him is good. He's gregarious and temperate, which is a virtue. So I'm a fan of that. He's getting along with me because he's on the council. He's my spouse, and I'm swaying him. That's fine. That's all you need. So things are more promising. Oh. Accusations of witchcraft. Blood-stained cloth, crow's feathers, strange-smelling concoctions. This is the evidence presented to me by a group of villagers from Wertenberg as proof that Maria has been practicing witchcraft in her hut on the outskirts of their village. The villagers claim her evil works must be the cause of their bad weather and are calling for her execution. So there's a common misunderstanding that, like, the witch hunts were a big thing in the Middle Ages, but they actually were more during the time of the Enlightenment era, when, like, believe it or not, the witch hunters tried to be scientific and to apply, like, Enlightenment level structures to understanding demons, witchcraft. And that's when the witch hunts began. Salem happened in the Enlightenment era, not in the Middle Ages. My rant is done. Anyway, accusations of witchcraft. Marvelous. Maria, I don't know anything about her. For all I know, she could be a witch because those exist in this game. I could say the evidence is circumstantial, release her. It would upset the peasants. I would gain some stewardship lifestyle. I could burn her at the stake. That would satisfy the people. And it would gain me some piety. Or I say that I could use a new advisor. And I could spend some piety and get upset peasants. And she would like me more, of course she would. So Walpurga's not really a learned person. She's humble, she's impatient, she's greedy. And I think it's easy in our modern times to kind of, forget how enmeshed religion was in the daily life of people back in that time. Would she believe in, devilry and stuff? Of course she would. It was everywhere around her in her mind. She wouldn't, you know... I forgot I'm playing Crusader Kings, not actually thinking historically. So I think being humble, Walpurga's likely to be a bit... Oh, she's diplomatic though, so she kind of knows what would... what the people need, and between this rando woman and the peasants being happy. Oh, but she don't regard peasants very highly because, she's better than them. I could really just, I could make an argument for any of these. Except the last one. She's not going to take her on as an advisor. I think she might do this. She just became a flagellant. She's really into the Catholic thing right now. She's humble, which is a virtue. Yeah, I think she might just go with this, and it keeps the peasants happy. So, boom. Burning the witch. Oh, I can ask for a bunch of Duchy of Swabia. So I can request a claim on the Duchy of Swabia. Now, usually you can request a claim, especially a press claim, because the county or the realm is ruled by a man who legally should not really be ruling a realm, or by somebody with kind of a tenuous claim to it, or by somebody who's been excommunicated. I'm not sure which of these applies to Duchess. Is she excommunicated? She's only 13. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe the Pope just don't like her, which is fair. She seems awful. Yes, I would like the claim. I would like the claim a lot. And it's pressed, which means it's passed on to my daughter. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I forgot, because she's a child. Duh. And now Beatrix doesn't like me, which is fine. Oh no, the baby tyrant doesn't like me. So the claim will come in handy at some point. I don't know that Walpurga, I'm definitely trying to get information about Beatrix, because ideally I'd like to get bought in again. Even if it's just for Joan, it's got to stay within the von Bauer household. I have a lifestyle perk. I can demand payment for hooks. It's a good way of earning money. Collect taxes effectiveness. Building construction costs. Or claim a throne scheme. Okay. So Walpurga's focusing on development. Eventually, maybe she'll want to claim the throne of her liege, but she's not there yet. This might be useful, but she doesn't have a lot of hooks yet. and she is in the middle of building things. So let's do that for right now. That also opens this up, which can also make it easier to develop your realm. So there we are. So I think my spouse and I are getting on pretty good. I'm gonna quit trying to sway him because like we're on good terms. And now let's just get really, why are you gay? Or do you just not like Walpurga? You know what? Try it. Seduce your husband. Why is this very unlikely? Like when you seduce somebody, like if you can get them in an event to just like, in an event, that increases the chances of having a baby. Whereas throughout marriage, your fertility, like chances are, they're there. They're more or less depending on some characteristics. Like if he's gay, there's possibility of pregnancy because even back then they sucked it up and did it. But it's less than if he were inclined towards women. So also building constructed. So now we have hide tents. Grook. Nice. Can I get my skirmishers there? Where are my skirmishers? Where are they stationed? Okay, so they are stationed in Stuttgart. Yeah, and there's those bonuses because of the building there. So, nice. Now, I think when you get a duchy, don't you lose your buildings? No, I might be thinking something else. Oh, the sting of rejection. Please stop this nonsense, wife. The mere thought of it makes me sick. Otto scoffs loudly as he makes his disdain for my romantic adventures clear. Wow. Shut down. Wow. Walpurga's embarrassed. I'm a little embarrassed. Wow. So, what I'm hearing is Walpurga might need a lover. Jesus. Wow. You love to see it. Okay. Also, is this war? Oh, this war has been going back and forth. Okay. They're not winning as much as they had been. Oh, they've lost more battles. Okay. Still have no important prisoners. Okay. Well, got a big stack there. That's not heading my way. Oh, Joan came of age. Look at her. Let's look at Joan. She's wearing a nice little. It's armor. So she is generous. She is compassionate, and she's gregarious. Oh, she's just an all-around good person. No wonder everybody wanted her as the heir. I get it. She's also apparently a brilliant strategist. Wow. And a logistician. Which increases the supplies. That's useful. Also, her liege is the Duchy of Swabia, even though the only county she holds is in, what is it, East Franconia? Yeah, East Franconia. If I were her, I'd be mad about that. Practicing trade, she has a convenient scapegoat. Oh, so she's increased her own authority in her realm, And very conveniently managed to blame the entire thing on a subordinate. Oh, very good, very sneaky, Joan. She has a lot of friends because she's just incredibly friendly and well liked. Everybody likes her. I like her. I can't even resent her for being more liked than me. Okay, Joan. I'm a fan of Joan. She's a good person. It's really annoying. Oh, good. Even though my husband rejected me, apparently he just sucked it up at some point. Put a bag over my head or something. I don't know. Whatever he had to do to get it done. I am pregnant. So now we just have to make it 9 months and through childbirth. Let's see. I've learned that this courtier of Duchess Beatrix is a non-believer. He also looks like he could be an adulterer. Just guessing. Okay. Good to know. Still learning little bits here and there about her courtiers. Oh, my brother can marry Berard. Oh, he was married to Hildegard. Aw. She was bisexual. Always sad. So now Berard can marry again. He is a mild-mannered guy, mediocre in most things he does. He has a twin brother. He has a lot of claims. He's not very much to write home about. He's not even very attractive, honestly, when you look at him. So what I'm saying is he's not a catch. And I think we just need to recognize that. Can I get an alliance with him is the question. You know what? No. I had him marry an old lady. Well, he was forced into it. That wasn't even something I chose. That was Dorothy was blackmailed into it. But now he gets to have a marriage to somebody his own age. Just around his own age. I wish I knew your orientation, Berard, because I would find somebody that is well suited to you, whether you like men, whether you like women. And if you're asexual, I would just leave you on your own. I would do that for you. Unless you just want a platonic companion, in which case I would help with that ruse. What I'm saying is, Berard, I accept you as you are. But I don't have any of that information because I make things harder for myself. So we're just gonna, I don't even know what these people look like. They're all in their 20s, probably relatively attractive. This guy's wandering around. He's got some claims. He's Danish. This one's a teenager, also wandering around. Everybody's just kind of wandering. There's just a lot of wandering going on around. Five claims. Any claims on anything near us? Geneva. Like any claim. Geneva. Napoli. I guess the closest I would get would be like the French area. Okay. Well, let's just go with you. You're at the top when I sort by rank. You're from a house that is well known. You are Danish. You have 3 claims. You seem fine. I don't know whether this... Oh, it's very good for Berard. Marrying close relative of despot. Despot of Croatia. But he's dead. So is this like... Okay, so it's the despot's... The dead despot's daughter's... Dead daughter's... son. So the dead despot's grandson. Who's the despot now? Of Croatia. Current holder. Despotisa Miroslava. And that's a completely different house. An obscure house. How'd she get Croatia? This doesn't matter at all to my game. Oh, she inherited it. Oh. Inherited via abdication. So he... This is very complicated. You know, I'm not gonna get caught up on that because that's just, it doesn't matter. Anyway, this, I don't know whether my brother will get sent away or whether this guy will come here. I guess we'll find out. Boom. Accept the marriage, you know you'll accept it. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Yes, may Saint Brigid bless your union. He is gregarious, vengeful, and arrogant, but not sadistic, so counting that as a win. He is poor. Oh well. Oh, did that create an alliance? Shouldn't really. With child for 3 months. This big blobby stack should go after this big blobby stack. I mean, there's there. Cool breeze. I'm standing outside when I feel the gentle breeze against my face. It feels so refreshing, so relaxing. Moments like these make life worth living. Well, that's very nice, Walpurga. Stopping and enjoying the moment, appreciating kind of where you are. Greetings, Countess Walpurga of Wertenberg, says Queen Jana of Poland. My spymaster has insulted her. She had the audacity to name the Queen of Poland an aberrant bampot in front of her court. She demands satisfaction for this slight. Okay, I have questions. Mechtild. What were you doing with the Queen of Poland? It's not even close. That's over there. What? You're supposed to be checking out Duchess Beatrix's place, and you're off in Poland? Also, I can't help but note she has an elusive shadow, which is a little intimidating. Okay, but she's losing 2 wars. So I could say whatever it will take to make this well again. I would pay some money, which stresses me out because I'm greedy. I also lose some prestige. But both the Queen and the Mayor's opinion of me improves. I can put Mayor Mechtild on the spot and make her plead for forgiveness. It would make the mayor not like me, but the Queen would like me. Or I can say, ha, good one, Mechtild. So Dorothy might do that. Walpurga is diplomatic, though, and even though it will stress her out, she is wanting that opinion gain, especially from the Queen of Poland, which she didn't even realize, she didn't realize she had the chance to, have the Queen of Poland form an impression of her, so she wants it to be positive, because she is a gray eminence. So, she'll pay the money, she'll take the prestige hit, and she will flagellate herself because of stress. She will apologize and pay, and then whip herself, as she should. I could declare wars, plural. I can declare war on the Empire, on France? My husband has a claim on France? Oh, for a county in France. I was about to say, you have a claim on France entirely? What about this? Oh, because of my brother-in-law. Okay, so in this case, they've moved to Wurtemberg, so now I have a Viking in my court. That could come in handy, you never know. I mean, he can't fight because he's a dude, and dudes don't fight. Oh, I'm not quite at the tipping point for stress. Okay. Anyway, Berard gets a beefcake. I hope he's gay. I hope he appreciates it. If he's not, then, well, I tried. In this game, it's even odds, so. Eat my fist. While dining in the hall, I look across towards Tetburga's table to see a shocking series of events. Mayor Ermgard spilled her drink all over Tetburga's food, and then Tetburga started swinging her fists at them. Oh, she's really pretty. Look at that. She's just really pretty looking. Okay, distracted. So this is where I get an opportunity to guide my ward. That Berga is becoming a little wrathful. I could encourage her to keep that and keep swinging. That doesn't sound like a Walpurga thing to do. So I could say, why take revenge when you can take their food as payment, which would make her impatient, like Walpurga. Or I can say they will learn more subtle revenge is sweeter. And you know, I think Walpurga, having been like wronged by the Duchess, like she's feeling that. Even though she herself is not vengeful, it's on her mind, you know? She may not have been born with the trait vengeful, but events in her life have made it kind of a thing that she's thinking about. So it's gonna stress her out, but you know, sometimes you just gotta whip yourself. So, come on, where's my mental break? Do I not get to whip myself if I'm pregnant? Is that how this goes? It's disappointing. Oh, look, I found a witch. Adelheid von Bambenberg. She's a witch. Okay. An injury. Adolf was traveling nearby when he got wounded. It appears he had a simple misstep while walking around, tripped on some rocks, and sustained quite the injury. Though his wounds aren't light, Adolf is currently receiving treatment. A few of my courtiers have suggested that I paid Adolf a visit to see how he's doing. Oh, he's a lowborn. Oh, he's very diplomatic, and he's very nice. Oh, look, he's nice. Did he raise Joan? He's friends with Joan. Okay. So I could say I'll make sure he's all right. It would be a hit to my prestige, but it would gain opinion with him. I could give him a lit gift. So Walpurga's diplomatic. However, she's not concerned with the opinion of lowborns. Diplomatic, but prejudiced. He's fine. Why does she need to visit him? They don't have much of a relationship, to be honest. Joan can go visit him. Joan is his friend. And everybody wanted Joan. Nobody wanted Walpurga. Not even her husband. What is up with you, Otto? Why do my husbands... Oh, good, I have a daughter. I have talked to countless mothers and midwives, taken their advice to heart, yet when my time arrived, I realized that no amount of preparation could ever be enough. The pains were all-consuming and I feared for my life. But I made it through and now I have a perfect little daughter. One day, child, you will carry on my legacy. Okay, so she's not going to name it after her mother because she doesn't like her mother. So maybe Euphemia? Like, this is going to be my next player character, so it has to be a name that I don't mind saying over and over again and that my tongue doesn't trip over, which is asking a lot, I realize. Nope. I do like Wilhelmina. That's a long name. Hedwig. Yes, her name will be Hedwig. Okay. I can say that. Brilliant. So there, I have an heir. I have an heir. She's perfect. We will see how that develops. I think now is a good time to leave off for this episode. When I move on to the next one, I want to throw a feast to engage with the other landed rulers of the area around me. And we'll see how Hedwig is developing and maybe see if maybe I can figure out what's going on with my husband, because apparently the husbands are just always an issue on this game. I don't get it. But this is a good place to stop. Thank you so much for following along. I'll see you in the next one.